Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of shortstaktv, that's S-T-A-K. I'm your host, Jeff Eady, and this is the internet cooking show that just might help you get laid. So today I'm going to do something really simple, but it'll really tickle your date's fancy, believe me. All I've done is I bought some naan bread that you can find at any store. Even my small little hometown now stocks this in their bread shelves. It's not like real naan bread. If you want to go get some real naan bread, there's a little place by me that's great. It's called the New Diamond Restaurant. Believe me, you won't. There's nothing quite like fresh naan bread. They actually slap the dough around, throw it in the oven right in front of you. Anyhow, I'm digressing. You can get this. You just want a flatbread. You can do this with a thicker pita. I wouldn't really recommend it with tortillas. Anything that has a little structure to it. Because what we're going to do is we're going to grill this. We're going to toast it up nice. And what I've done is I've made up a bit of a bruschetta mix. Now this isn't quite bruschetta. You'll hear me say this again. I am not a chef. I'm simply a guy that knows how to cook. As you can tell, I don't starve. All I've done here is I've chopped up some Vidalia onions. Vidalia onions, the sweetest onion there is, comes from the state of Georgia, only place that produces them. I prefer them for something like this when I'm going to serve raw onions. They're the sweetest onions. You could throw in red onions, they look pretty, but to me this has the best flavor. Chopped up some tomatoes. I used a plum tomato because I want a meatier tomato. I don't want something that's got all that goo in the middle where the seeds are, because that's going to make the bread a little soggy, it's going to lose its structure, it's going to be a little harder to eat. So, excuse me, all I've done is diced up some tomatoes, some onion, threw a little avocado in there, left a little here so I can show you what I've done. Just put a nice coarse chop on 3 cloves of garlic. Now, I'm a garlic fan. You might want to scale back on this just a little bit if you actually have a date here, but it's me and my cat. So, say hi, Lou. I don't really care how much garlic I'm putting in, but if you got a date sitting next to you, you might want to put maybe 1 in, maybe 2. But I guess if you're both eating it, doesn't really matter. Then I'm taking some fresh basil. Simply rinsed off the leaves. Now you just want the leaves of the basil. Make sure you're only getting the leaves. You chop up the stem stuff. It's woody and it doesn't really. It messes up the flavor, basically. I love basil because it always reminds me of springtime. Now an avocado. Very simple. All you want to do is cut lengthwise around the avocado. Stick your knife in the pit. Give it a twist. Pull it out. Jesus, like so. Now to get the avocado out of the shell, take a big spoon, stick it in the end. Just rotate around. It'll pop out of there nice. You want to make sure you got a nice soft avocado, because if you got a really hard avocado, they're really bitter and they taste like ass. So I just give it a nice coarse chop. You're not really being specific with anything. I'm not going to go into the crazy chops like a chiffonade or anything like that. Maybe if I'm going out and spending $90, $100 on a meal, yeah, I'd like the chef to be doing that stuff, but I'm at home. I want it to be easy. I want to pay attention to the person that I'm actually cooking for, not just the meal. Again, with the tomato, all I've done, cut it into slices. Now a chef's probably going to tell you there's an easier way to do this. This is a little time consuming, so it's best to do it up ahead of time. And then the onion, I'll set that aside, I'll do it later, just not to take up your time. The onion, all I've done is I've cut some grooves in it ahead of time, before I chop, because it holds its structure better than tomato does. And I can just set the knife in there a little ways, give it a chop, and it'll just come out as a nice dice. You can see that's all ready to go right back in the mixture. So I'll finish up that mixture off camera. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to make up the naan bread. I've taken some extra virgin olive oil, or if you're Rachel Ray, some EVOO. I do think she's cute. Maybe a little annoying, but she's cute. Taking some extra virgin olive oil, a little salt, a little pepper, not much. Just going to brush it across the naan bread. Now this is just, well, a little bit for flavor, but it's also to keep it from burning while it's on the grill. Because it has already been cooked, but it's not, you know, a top quality naan bread. It's not like you're getting it straight from the oven. So you want to give it some flavor back on the grill. And a grill will add flavor no matter what. Want to add some extra flavor, maybe so throw some hickory chips in there, whatever. Get creative. The more steps in what you prepare, the better it's going to taste. So I'm going to go away now. I'm going to grill these on the grill. I take the camera out there, but it's dark, and to be honest with you, you won't see shit. I'm going to finish up the mix off camera, come back, put it all together, serve it up, try it for you. See you in a minute. Alright, we're back. Basically, all I've done is I took my naan bread, I threw it on the grill. Already got my mix made up. Now I did add some feta goat cheese to my mixture. I'm just going to add an extra level of flavor. You don't have to use feta goat cheese. You can use just regular goat cheese with some herbs in it. Maybe a little blue cheese. That would probably be even better than this, actually. So I took my naan bread, I threw it on the grill. Now what I want to do is I want to add some structure to it. And I'll be completely honest with you, I burnt the shit out of this one. Doesn't matter. You can't fuck this recipe up. So I add a little goat cheese, add a little extra virgin olive oil, or EVOO for Rachel Ray. Just a splash. I mean, maybe 4 tablespoons, sorry. A little salt, a little pepper, mixed it up. If you got lime juice, by all means, let me throw just a dash of beer in there. Give it a little more flavor. The more steps you add to it, the more flavor it's going to have, right? So you spoon that out. Spread her around there. I like to cut it. You're going to see I have lots left over. That's alright. It'll stay for a day or two. The avocado is going to turn brown, so maybe you don't want to put the avocado in yours if you're going to make lots up. But it'll stay for a day or two. You can use it with some chicken tomorrow. You can use it for your lunch tomorrow. It doesn't matter. So I spread that around. I like to cut it up in kind of triangles, just because that's the way I learned it. And you can fold it up kind of like a little slice of pizza, only it's way healthier than any slice of pizza you're going to get. Try a little bit of that. Quiet cat. Real. It doesn't matter how many times I try that, I still would fuck me every time I try that. Anyhow, wow. This has been another episode of Short Stack TV. I'm your host, Jeff Eady. Once again, thank you very much for watching. Do the old do us a favor. Follow us on Twitter, friend me on Facebook, or do the old-fashioned thing, tell a friend to watch the show. Thank you very much for watching shortstaktv.com.